So we are going to explain you how we move in this game, and this is quite simple. You just select a stack of units by clicking on it. When you do so, every unit in the stack is selected. You can see here there's a little figure 16 here with my 16 units next to my mouse pointer. Of course, if I move everything here, I do a mistake in the spirit of the game, so I can always cancel, and that's the purpose of the undo button. So to select units in part, there are two ways. You can create an empty stack and then you move units from one stack on to the other, and then you select the stack here and then you move it, for example here, or the other way around, which is somewhat faster, is to move the units by just selecting them in the stack, and you can see I have 2 out of the 14 selected, and if I move then they will go to the place where I want to move them. As you can see here, the units which are moving into an enemy region are shown there, and they have there is a yellow halo around the yellow-orange halo showing the regions in battles. The figure here in the circle is colored. The background of the circle is colored. Green is if you still have movement points. The Roman have 3. Those who moved here have used 1 to land, so there are 2 remaining. And if, for example, I take 3 units here and I move them here, you see the background color turn to reds. I have 0 movement points. The reason being that movement into difficult terrains, which are mountains and marshes here, cost all your movement points, and if you don't remember, then you have an explanation in the region tooltip. Right click on the region, you get an explanation. To help you in movement, the map, when you select a stack for movement, turns into colors showing either a green allowed, purple allowed with risk or potential difficult situation, and black is totally unallowed. Here it's the other seas. The Romans don't have sea boats in this turn, so they can't travel by sea. They appear in the channel to land, so they should in theory not remain at sea. The only exception being in a major invasion, you are allowed to stay at sea on the first round, but not on the second. Here, for example, if I select, for example, 5 units, I want to go there. As you can see in the tooltip, I will not be allowed to leave all the units because I will be overstack. And the stacking filter, which you can use here, shows you how many units you have in the region, how many you are allowed to stock. So here, for example, I have 0, but I am not allowed to exceed 4. So if I send 5, I will be out, so the move will be illegal. I'll send only 2 here, and then I'll send another 2 here. So in theory, if I move here, I seem to have an issue because, as I said, if I select, for example, if I select this stack, I cannot move elsewhere. I say, why? The reason being that when you are locked into a battle, you are not allowed to move through this battle. But there is an exception, and the exception is overrun. Overrun means that if in a region you have twice as many units, here you can see 2 versus 1, then another stack moving to the region, because the region is covered by the second stack, can move and overrun here. So here you move and you have an overrun here. And then here I can move another one here, and move here, and move here. And I can move this last man here and here. And if I don't like this this move, I can still undo it and go back here, and then I can undo this one. The undo allowed to each time you click, you return 1 move back. And that's about it. And when you have finished all your movement, you can proceed to the next phase, which will be battles.